Good day everyone. This is me giving a demonstration as to how this application works that I created as a part of the take-home assignments for one of the job interviews that I'm facing. So basically it's a task tracker where a user can add a task and assign it to someone else and so on and so forth. So in my project there are two main folders, client and the server. Client displays the details and server sends the details that needs to be displayed. So what I'm gonna do right now is, so this is my project, this the client folder and server folder. So I'm gonna run the server folder first. So that is done, service running, all modules were synchronized. So now I'm gonna run the client. So client is also done. So what I'm gonna do is run this client on a incognito browser. So my previous data is not recorded. Let's just copy this one and paste it on the incognito server. So when you initially, apparently for some reason my data is still saved on this browser. So what I'm going to do is, right now, first of all, I'm going to go to account page and log out. Right, successfully logged out. So what I'm going to do now is go, like, initially they assume that you have already signed up for the pay for this application, so you will be directed to the login page when you initially visit the site if you haven't logged in. So what you have to do is go to the sign up tab, and let's just say I've created so many samples. Let's just say 19 here. So this has to be unique, email has to be unique. So Angela 19, I'm just gonna copy it and create a password. Let's just say Angela, which is my name. So you filled all the details, but say if you haven't filled all the details, there are validations going on as well. So yeah, so you fill all the details and you have successfully signed up. Log in with the provided credentials to access your account. So it should automatically switch to the login tab, but for some reason it doesn't. So that's a bug that I have to face. So yeah, so the email was Angela9 example, and the password was Angela. Like I could also make this, make this hidden. That's something that I can improve as well. So I submit. So you are successfully logged in. So when you initially logged in, what you come to is the task list view. Here in this route you can see what you can see is all the tasks that have been created by everyone who have signed up for this task tracker application. So that's what you can see here, and here you can basically search a task by its title. So if you press 8, it should be here, and it should also, you should also be able to search a task by the description. Let's just say this one. Yeah, you can't confirm it here, but yeah, what I've implemented is for you to be able to search by title and description. So let's go back, and this is the first column, and the second column you can pick what columns you want to display. So if you don't want to see ID, you can just hide it, and if you want to hide the title, you can just do that. So so on and so forth. So how I would have improved this further is by adding another column here saying who this task is assigned to, because when you come to this route right now, it shows all the tasks that's been created by everyone else. So yeah, so we have covered filtering and columns, and then we have filter by status. Say, so there are three statuses: to do, in progress, and completed. So if you press to do, you only see to do ones. If you press in progress, you only see in progress ones. Likewise, if you prioritize by high, you only see high priority ones, medium, and so on and so forth. So that's how that works, filtering and searching. And also sorting works. Say you want to display high priority tasks on the top, you can do this. See, 4 high priority ones and low priority ones, and so on and so forth. And also by due date, so you can see 8, 10, 12, 13, 15, and we press it again, 20, 15, 10, and so forth. So all the filtration works. So the next thing what you can do is you can click on this, which would take you to additional options. Here you can edit a task, or you can also delete a task. Okay, let's say you want to edit this task that has the ID of 9. Say you want to edit the status from in progress to, let's say, completed. So you click on edit task. So you set in progress to done, and say maybe you also want to assign it to someone else. Let's say you assign it to one of the random users, and you submit it, and that's done. So the task ID was 9. So I've also implemented pagination. So if you go to the next task, so it was in progress, now it's in completed, and if you see, it's also assigned to the person we assigned it to. Let's say we want to delete the task 9, the task that has the ID of 9. So we click on this one, delete task, confirm, and the task is gone. So you go to the next pagination, there's no 9 task. Yeah, now it'll be fine. So that's about the task actions, edit, and we talked about edit and delete task. Let's talk about creating a new task. So you click on this one. So here you can create a new task. Hopefully, I think it's gonna be the ID of 17, because the last thing we deleted and created was the 16. So let's say sell my PS4. Say meet the guy near the store, something like that. Let's say I'm already doing that, so I just wanted to edit here. So let's say in progress, priority, let's say it needs to be done today. So let's say high. So today's date is 14, so that should be fine. By default, it puts today's date. That's assigned to me now. So yeah, task created. So let's see if we can see that task, meet the guy near the store, sell my PS4. So it's all done, works fine. So the next feature we have is, so we talked about tasks, the next feature is the logs. So if you go to the logs page, here what you can see is every action that a user have taken related to a task. Say you edited a task, or you deleted a task, or you created a task. So everything will be logged in here. So here you can see there's a bug here, undefined. Should be I must fix that. But you can see you created this task and you updated this task, and the fields that you updated was like due date, assigned to, or whatnot, and so on and so forth. So yeah, I could update, like I could further improve this, saying like from what due date you put it to next, or from whom did you assign it to whom, or whatnot. So yeah, I could improve it like that. And also here I can improve, like instead of showing the user ID, that doesn't make any sense for the user, you could actually show the name of the user. So I could improve it like that as well. Yeah, so that's basically it about the logs. So I talked about tasks and I talked about logs, and finally we have the account page. So here I can see there's another bug here for some reason. Let's try to refresh it. Yeah, like you should see the name of the user here. Yeah, let's figure it out later. But by default, when you log into this page, the details of this user is logged into the browser's cookies. So you have the email and the name should be here, and whether that user wants to get notifications or not should be also recorded here. Like you can update your details here as well. You can either opt to not get notifications, and let's say you want to change it to NG55 and whatnot. Let's just say 1, yeah, so I can remember. So you can save, and it should be successfully updated your account. So if you refresh the page, it should be the same. But the next thing I want to talk about is sending notifications. So let's say I want to get notifications, so I tick this and save. And how I would right now, as a requirement for this task, what I do is I check if any user has a task that is due in the next 24 hours. So every 2 hours you check if there is a task due in the next 24 hours, and if it's so, you get the ID of the user which that task is assigned to, and you send a notification to that person saying, hey, you have a notification, you have a task that should be completed in the next 24 hours, have a look at it or whatnot. So I have written a cron job on my server side, but in order to mock sending a notification, what I've also exposed the API on the server that I'll be able to use to send a notification. So here, so what you need here is a message for the notification and the IDs of the user that you want to send the notification to, right? You can send it to multiple users, right? Say you find there are 2 users that have like pending tasks within the next 24 hours. You could add here like whatever the amount of users you want. So let's first check what's the user ID of this person. So I will open my Postgres SQL table, and let's say for 100 rows, what's the user called? NG55. ng19. So the ID is R23 if I'm not mistaken. So let's try now. Before that, how I've implemented notifications is through this platform called OneSignal, right? So there are two main platforms that you can use to send notification that I have experienced in. One is Firebase, which is like a really famous platform, but I prefer this OneSignal platform over Firebase due to a couple of reasons, and I would love to get into that in details if you like. But for now, so yeah, I'm using this platform. And so whenever a user log in to this application, you send the user ID to this notification platform, right? And the user ID gets saved here. I do not see the user for some reason that I just created. Probably another bug. I hope you would forgive me, as you know, programming is all about mostly about bug fixing and whatnot. So since there's already a user with user ID 3, let's check the database and see which user that is. So that's this user. So I'll copy this user email and I just log out and paste that here. And since I like, if you look at the database, like these are encrypted password, these are not the real passwords, right? So since I put 1234 for all users, I know it's 1234, so I can log into this user like simply or not. Server responses with Angela2@example.com 123. Oh, so okay, so the password is not 1234, rather Angela. That's a password I used everywhere, so it should work now. So yeah, so you are logged into the user that's recorded in OneSignal platform to get notifications. Like this external ID is equal to the user ID of this application, so it's pretty much the same. So so it's there. So instead of using this platform to send a notification, I've exposed API on the backend server to send a notification, which is what I'm using to send notifications to the user in the cron job. So this is the route to that notification. So basically here you put a message and the user IDs of the people that you want to send a notification to. So this user, the logged in user, has the user ID of 3, and I put like 3 here. So I'm gonna call this API, and as you can see, okay, you can't see because it's on my second monitor. Let me close my second monitor for you to see. Display only 2. Alright, so this is the application. So you can see task tracker, testing second round, whatnot. That's a message you have sent. So let's say testing second round 2 or something like that. So you send the notification, you should be able to get it here again. It takes sometimes a little bit long for you to get the notification, but you eventually do. Did you not? Let's try it again. Yeah, like this notifications things are like not perfect, but um, it works at least in the most necessary cases. So so that is pretty much everything that I have to uh, demonstrate about this application. Like you said, it's a pretty straightforward application, and like I said, like there are so many ways that I can still improve this application. And yeah, please do let me know if you have any questions. I'll be happy to answer. And yeah, see you, bye.